Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I want to talk to you about something simple, but something powerful. Something that has the ability to change the course of your life if you let it. That something is the idea of challenging yourself. Now, I'm not talking about the kind of challenges we face from the outside world. I'm talking about the challenges we place on ourselves. You see, the world will throw plenty of obstacles in your way. Life will test you. People will test you. Circumstances will test you. But the greatest challenge you will ever face is the one you impose on yourself, the challenge to be better, to grow, push past your limits. Challenge yourself. 3 simple words, but they hold a lot of weight. These words have the power to push you toward greatness, or if ignored, leave you standing in the same spot, looking back years later, wondering what might have been. Too often we get comfortable. We get into a routine, we settle into what's familiar, what's safe. But let me tell you something, comfort is the enemy of progress. You can't grow if you're comfortable. You can't reach new heights if you're afraid to leave the ground. Every day you wake up, you're faced with a choice. Do I stay where I am, or do I push myself? Do I settle for the person I am today, or do I work toward the person I want to become? That's the question we should be asking ourselves every day. That's the challenge. I'm not here to tell you that challenging yourself is easy. It's not. It's hard. It's uncomfortable. It's going to require effort, discipline, and most importantly, a willingness to fail. Yes, I said it, failure is part of the process. But let me tell you something about failure. It's not the end. In fact, failure is just the beginning. Every great success story you've ever heard, every person you admire, every person who has ever achieved something extraordinary has a long list of failures behind them. The difference is they didn't let those failures stop them. They used them as fuel to keep going. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to embrace failure as part of your journey. Don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. Because here's the truth. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. If you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. Think about it like this. When you go to the gym and lift weights, what are you doing? You're challenging your muscles. You're pushing them to their limit. You're forcing them to grow. And what happens when you challenge those muscles? They get stronger. But it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, consistency, and effort. And most importantly, it takes a willingness to endure the discomfort. The same thing applies to your mind, your goals, your dreams. If you're not challenging yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, you're not growing. You're not getting stronger. And the worst part is, you're not even giving yourself the chance to see what you're truly capable of. You see, we all have potential. Every single one of us. But potential means nothing if you don't act on it. You can have all the talent in the world, all the ability, all the intelligence. But if you don't push yourself to grow, that potential goes to waste. Potential without effort is wasted opportunity. You've got to put in the work. You've got to challenge yourself to rise above your circumstances, to push past your limitations, to do more than what's expected of you. And let me tell you something, nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody is going to come into your life and hand you success. Nobody is going to push you toward your dreams. That's on you. You have to be the one to decide that you want more, that you're willing to put in the work, that you're willing to face the fear, the discomfort, the failure, and keep going anyway. That's where greatness lies, not in talent, not in ability, but in perseverance, in grit, in the refusal to quit, even when things get hard, even when you stumble, even when you fail. Let me share something with you. Every day is an opportunity. Every day you wake up, you have a chance to be better than you were yesterday. A chance to improve, to learn, to grow. But that's only going to happen if you choose to challenge yourself. Ask yourself, what am I doing today that is pushing me out of my comfort zone? What am I doing today that is making me better? If you can't answer that question, it's time to make a change. It's time to start doing the things that scare you, the things that push you, the things that make you uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, success doesn't come from staying comfortable. It doesn't come from doing the same thing every day and expecting different results. It comes from stepping into the unknown, from taking risks, from challenging yourself to be better. And let me tell you something else, it's not always going to feel good. There are going to be days when you don't want to do it, days when you're tired, when you're frustrated, when you're doubting yourself. But those are the days when it matters the most. Those are the days when you grow the most. Discomfort is a sign of growth. You have to be willing to do the things that others won't. You have to be willing to put in the work when no one is watching, when there's no applause, no recognition. Because that's where true progress happens. It's in the quiet moments, the moments when it's just you and the challenge in front of you. So, what's the challenge you're going to set for yourself? What's the goal that scares you? The dream that feels just out of reach? Whatever it is, I want you to commit to it. I want you to commit to challenging yourself every single day. Not for anyone else, but for you. Because at the end of the day, it's not about impressing others. It's not about proving anything to anyone else. It's about you becoming the best version of yourself. And that's the real challenge. The challenge to be better than you were yesterday, Dot. The challenge to push your fears, your doubts, your limitations, and step into your potential. So tonight, I challenge you to challenge yourself. I challenge you to stop settling, stop making excuses, stop holding back. Step into the discomfort, embrace the struggle, and rise to the occasion. Because the only thing standing between you and the life you want, the success you want, the growth you want is your willingness to challenge yourself. The only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. So break those limits, push past them, challenge yourself to be better, to do more, to reach higher. And when you do, when you rise to the challenge, you'll realize something: you're capable of more than you ever imagined, Dot. Thank you.